to do this all again. The party is only getting started in just moments, so stay with us because on air you can watch the whole affair live.
Gotta love that footage of Matt DiNardo jumping around, dancing, doing his thing. We promise you we'll get you some dance shots of him coming up in just a little bit. But we are live here at Kanawha Plaza, and we want to just give you a look at what we're seeing right now. There's the Christmas tree. The lights will be coming on in just a little while. We'll be doing a countdown so you don't miss that. Foot traffic is starting to pick up now just a little bit as locals are grabbing their seat for the big event. But there's still plenty of room for you, so if you want to go ahead and make your way down here to Kanawha Plaza, we'd be glad to see you.
Well, we have been part of RVA Illuminates for 11 years now, Eric. This is a big deal, and we have made so many memories along the way. I know this is our third year making memories together down here.
That's right.
Yes, yeah.
That's right.
So a lot of folks are really excited about what we're going to see. There's a lot of acts, a lot of different music. The food truck vendors are coming in.
Yes.
But what are you excited for?
I think I'm most excited for the big moment when we actually light it up. When we count down from 10 and we light up that sky, because that just signifies the beginning of the holiday season over Richmond, Virginia.
It absolutely does. And so before we get to all of that action, we want to take a look at that forecast. I'm sure that you can see it's a little drizzly out here, but JB is going to explain to us how much we should really expect to see today.
And you saw you didn't see a couple people walking behind you right there. Their umbrellas are out and about. And that's going to be the story off and on through the evening hours. Here's real-time Viper radar. We've had a band of rain. And again, as we said, it was going to be spotty rain, not a deluge coming through the area. That's moving through over us right now, extended over us. There's a nice little gap off to the west. There's more coming in from the west. It's going to be trying to head our way. So we're down to 51 degrees right now. Look at the warmer temperatures down to the southwest. You're getting a taste of those tomorrow. As far as RVA Illuminates for tonight, we'll have temperatures in the lower 50s through the early evening hours. Yes, spotty rain over you. Nothing that's going to wash everything away, so we'll be in pretty good shape. We'll take a full look at the weekend forecast coming up in a moment. Heather?
Looking forward to it, JB. Thanks. And before we get back into all the festivities at RVA Illuminates, let's go ahead and check out some of the news where you live. Good evening. I'm Heather Hope.
And I'm Autumn Childress. Tonight, we're following a story we first told you about in September. That's when Chesterfield leaders regulated massage parlors after seeing a spike in prostitution and human trafficking.
Now we're learning the county may be behind schedule in this effort. 8 News reporter Roland Wilson joins us now with what we know so far.
Well, this is an issue the county says they've been working on for years, but you may remember when we told you board members introduced stricter policies to help stop massage shops that are posing as legitimate businesses. Well, tonight we're learning the effort to crack down on those posers is still unknown. The new ordinance regulating massage parlors requires the businesses to receive a permit from the county following a background check, undergo an inspection by Chesterfield Police, and restrict hours of operation, among other changes. The county says businesses had 60 days from the adoption to comply, and anyone who violates the guidelines could face civil or criminal charges, including no more than a $1,000 fine and a year behind bars. It's now been more than 60 days since the ordinance passed, and Chesterfield Police tells me the department has not sent out letters for businesses to start the application process, leaving questions: when will the enforcement period start, and if the county is behind schedule. When asked today, the county did not have an answer to those questions. Here's what Police Chief Jeffrey Katz had to say when the policy was introduced.
This is a serious issue. It's a transnational organized crime issue. It's run out of New York, and they've been operating with impunity throughout the Richmond region. It's a human trafficking issue. We've had a number of community members who have gone for what they believe to be legitimate massages, only to be sexually assaulted.
Well, there's no word yet on when business owners will receive a letter, but I'm told that will be sent through certified mail. After that, the chief of police will have 60 days to issue a permit. In Chesterfield, Roland Wilson, 8 News.
All right, Roland, thank you. Moving now to a health alert tonight. The Virginia Department of Health says COVID cases are holding steady after the Thanksgiving holiday, but the CDC has a warning. The agency says the Commonwealth has, quote, very high levels of the virus in wastewater. Now, the wastewater day can predict levels of infections ahead of time, and in our cases serves as an early warning. Those levels actually spiked after Thanksgiving. The heiress variant is now being detected. Now, VDH has reported more than 1,100 new COVID cases as of earlier this week. And while we haven't seen numbers that high since September, the 7-day average is still stable.
Well, could making a section of Carey Street a pedestrian, bike, and transit-only street be in the works? Well, the group Richmond Connects just released their 2024 Transportation Action Plan, and this all comes after a positive response from their Phase 1 survey. 8 News reporter Madison Moore is in Carytown now to give us these details.
Among the many goals of the Richmond 300 Master Plan is to make the city more walkable. And with Carey Street in particular generating a lot of foot traffic, some business owners are worried that this proposal might cause some problems. It's important to keep in mind this area of Carey Street is on the high injury street network, meaning it can be dangerous for both pedestrians and drivers. The action plan confirming that data says there is need for safety improvement. The report says that closing this section of Carey Street is a low-cost plan that could get done quickly, with support from businesses and residents in the area. The first steps include identifying potential locations for weekend street closures, which could include Carey Street in Carytown or other locations. Next, studying the potential safety, traffic, and business benefits and drawbacks of closing the street. And of course, finding times to test the proposal. Kelly Banks, the co-owner of Merrymaker Fine Paper in Carytown, says the city has been keeping merchants on the strip in the loop, but has concerns about where her customers would park.
And that's, of course, coming from our customers' concerns. We go through, kind of the loading and unloading of trucks for our merchandise, and that's another issue I think that would have to be addressed.
Again, the concept that closing streets to car traffic not only promotes more walking and bicycling, but it can also make the area more safe. Reporting in Richmond, Madison Moore, 8 News.
All right, thanks so much, Madison. It is time now to get another check of our RVA Illuminates crew out there at Kanawha Plaza.
And this as preparations continue to light up RVA tonight. Let's check back in with 8 News anchors Eric Phillips and Deanna Albritton live where all the action is going down. How's it going now, guys? I see you in your red and green.
We see you.
Thank you. You know, I just telling Eric, I had envisioned us once I decided on my red pea coat in red and green, and I didn't even tell him, but he picked it up.
But that's because we're in sync.
Yes,
that's how it works.
Exactly.
We're thinking along the same mind.
And
you know what else we're in sync with is Connexus.
Yes.
Connexus is in our schools every day. We're partnering with them because they are making sure that our children in schools have the gift of sight.
Yes, and this is a very important partnership for us. We want to get on over to our very own Matt DiNardo to explain how this partnership and this program is helping our ever-growing community of Hispanic families. Matt.
It really is important because sometimes, you hit that roadblock. Connexus sees children from kindergarten all the way through high school, different races, religions, and cultures. And sometimes when they have different cultures, they hit that roadblock. So they rely on specialists who work inside the schools to make that connection work so Connexus can get their message out. Connexus has visited Falling Creek Elementary School several times over the past 2 to 3 years. A big challenge that Connexus faces is getting their message through to the Latino families and students attending Falling Creek. To help with this message, Connexus relies on people like Juan Santacolomo, a multicultural outreach specialist with Chesterfield County Schools, who explains what some of the roadblocks are.
In our Latino countries, because resources, because financial support, we don't have the way to pay for a vision evaluation. We don't have the way to pay for glasses or lenses. So many of these families don't have an idea about these Connexus services for them. So I think it is important for you to let them know, one, that you are here to support them, that most of the services or all of the services are for free, but also to create awareness about how important for the children is to have the evaluation.
Juan has also noticed that Connexus does more for the student.
Academically, socially, but also emotionally. For many of these children, when they are able to see better, they are able to get confidence. They are able to socialize more.
Ms. Robinson, a third-grade teacher, says once the students receive their new glasses, the learning curve and attentiveness increases dramatically.
I have a couple of students in my classroom that have received glasses, and I've definitely noticed a lot of more awareness. They participate more, they're paying attention more, they ask questions more for their understanding. And I also see like an improvement with students who might have a reading deficit. They're able to see the words clearly in front of them. Giving glasses to students has given them the confidence to speak up and do more in the classroom.
Anna, a parent of a 5th grade student at Fallen Creek, explains that parents should ask for help if they notice their child struggling.
I think that it's a huge help for a lot of people. They just need to know that the problem is there. They just need to know where to go ask for help so they can get that help.
If you notice your child squinting when they look at their Chromebook or TV, or holding a book really close to their face when reading, they might have a vision problem. You should contact your school's nurse to see if your school works with Connexus. And if you want to help support Connexus and their mission by allowing children to see clearly this holiday season, it's really easy to do. You see that QR code on your screen. You can click that. That's going to take you to our contest page where you can enter to get a limo tour to see the holiday lights for you and 8 people. But also, as you enter that, you can make a donation to Connexus. Think about this. $10 is a screening for one child. It's really easy to help those kids see this holiday season. Eric, Deanna, back over to you.
Well, Matt, they've been playing the music pretty loudly out here just a moment ago. They turned it down, but are you in that dancing spirit like you were last year?
I'm always in a dancing spirit.
All
You'll
right,
see
well,
me moving
good.
later.
We've been promising folks they'd see it, so stay tuned to see Maddie D cut a rug. You're watching 8 News at 4. 8 News is on the move, honey. We are live from Kanawha Plaza. Well, we're about to light up that city. We're covering the news where you live.
8 News is on the move, honey, he said. He's in a Motown sort of mood, folks. You might even see Eric Phillips dancing. We're taking another live look outside here at Kanawha Plaza. You see that big old wreath there. So beautiful. We are counting down to lighting up the city skyline, and soon we will start the actual countdown. Stay with us. 8 News at 4 is back in just a moment.
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Yeah? She what? Oh.
Still, right?
Yeah. There. That. Mic check. Hello.
Going to the afternoon. I think noon to 2 p.m. might be a little early, but...
Oh, I need a little bit on the interior of my lip.
Tonight's broadcast supports Connexus for Children's Vision. Help us give the gift of light this holiday season. You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back to 8 News at 4. Eric promised we were on the move here at Kanawha Plaza, and
we're
boy,
on the groove, too.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Took the words right out of my mouth.
You know how we do.
You know how we do. Thanks for joining us back here for RVA Illuminates tonight. So glad to have you with us.
So glad to have you with us, and we want to give you a live look at what's happening here at Kanawha Plaza. There is so much going on out here tonight. We are anticipating a very fun night here as we light up the city. In fact, the sights and sounds of RVA Illuminates are permeating the air here, always merry and bright. We're stocking up on fun and praying for a good time. In fact, we are anticipating a good time because we are lighting up that sky.
And so now we want to go to anchors Delaney Hall and John Rogers out there looking festive, having fun. John, the crazy suit is back.
It has made its return. And you know, it's a tradition. This has been here for 30 years, and this is now the third year I'm wearing this. I have to keep this going, guys. But no, we heard from a police officer who came by earlier that said this really great line. He said, we can't let this liquid sunshine ruin our day. And you know, it's still really great. You're still seeing people coming out here today.
We got the people, we got the tunes, and we have a very special guest joining us. We have Priscilla Wright from Richmond Parks and Rec. Thanks for being with us today.
What rain? Like, what are you talking about?
Hey,
it's great to be outside.
That's why we have umbrellas. That's why we have rain jackets. What can we expect later tonight?
So tonight we're going to kick off the holiday season. We're going to light our tree. We're going to listen to some great music. We're going to watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And, you know, enjoy the evening as a city and a community.
So this, many Richmonders know it as Grand Illumination. It's been here for 30 some odd years. Obviously now it's changed to RVA Illuminates, but why is this so important to the fabric of Richmond?
So we've been RVA Illuminates for the last 5 years. The James Center gifted us with this amazing event. So I believe that there's families who have like, oh, I now bring my grandchildren, my kids, I took my kids. And it's because it's such an amazing time. It's such an amazing way to connect with people you don't normally connect with, right? So this is one of those events where the community is so open and welcome that it becomes like family. So you see some of the same people, oh, I haven't seen you since last year. I said that to Delaney earlier. But again, that's because that's what this event is about. It's about bringing everyone together to celebrate the joy that we do have.
You can already feel the energy.
Yeah.
I got the Christmas music and Christmas spirit going already, John.
Oh, me too. We're so thankful for you talking to us today, and we're so grateful to be a part of this. It is going to be a great time, folks. The party is just getting started. Don't let this bother you. Don't worry about it. There are people coming. It's still going to be a great night. So let's go over to JB to see what this evening will look like.
Yeah, a little drippiness over us here, but we're not, none of us are the Wicked Witch of the West. We're not going to melt with a little bit of rainfall, folks. Okay, and it's very light. That's the way it's been throughout the day. We got a nice little gap opening up over us here. All right, lower 50s across central Virginia, but look at this, up to near 60 down the southeast. There's warmer airs coming in from the southeast. A cool wedge back off to the west where they're stuck in the 40s. You're going to stay that way. Charlottesville, Louisa, Farmville may get up to around 50 later on. All right, here's the rain that's come over us today. Yeah, you had a couple heavier pockets that came through by to the north of us, but overall, it hasn't been all that much. It's not been a deluge as expected. I am looking with real-time Viper radar off to the west out of Blacksburg. There is more rain, chugging along, 64 coming over the mountains, trying to come in our direction here. So there'll be a little more headed our way through the evening hours. The big part of the storm's gone up through the Midwest, took some snow up around Chicago, up over Michigan right now. And you can see a little more coming back from the west of us here. So we've got, you know, some clouds. There's some breaks back out here. I'm not going to look for a lot of sunshine, though, over the weekend because this system's going to stall on the coastline. We're going to be left with a lot of moisture hanging around over us. So spotty rain tonight for us here through the evening hours. You see a little bit more around 10 p.m. or so, and then we just kind of have a lot of clouds over us overnight into tomorrow morning. So clouds, spotty rain, but you know, the good news is a whole lot milder than it's been the past few mornings over us here, so that's good news for your heating bill. Tomorrow, we're going to have rain returning later in the afternoon to the evening hours. It's a little too quick on the models that I see coming in that I'll show you. 50 degrees in the morning, 62 at the lunch hour. Ooh, and look at this. That's nice shopping weather, 65 degrees for a high temperature. So clouds over us tomorrow morning. Again, we go into the afternoon hours. We start to see rain coming in, but really the bulk of it is going to be tomorrow evening and through the overnight hours across the area and then into Sunday morning. Sunday, we start off with clouds and some sprinkles over us. The clouds are lingering. There's a lot of low-level moisture that's going to be stuck near the ground, so don't look for big-time clearing in the afternoon hours, but it will be mild. This temperatures on Sunday somewhere around 66 or 67 degrees. You get a nice mild but a little damp shopping weekend headed your way. Still okay on Monday. 50s on Tuesday, and then we're a little chillier for the middle of the week before we return to what looks to be nice weather headed towards next weekend. Eric?
All right, JB, we're missing out here this year, but we'll make sure we get a dance in for you. Holiday cheer is spreading across central Virginia, and nowhere is that more the case than in Henrico County, where the Holiday Express Tour is stopping by neighborhoods really around the county.
Decorated county vehicles will make their rounds. On December 5th, they'll be in the Brookland and
the
Fairfield
audio drop,
districts, starting at Twin Hickory Library and ending at Deep Run Center. On the 6th, you can catch them swinging through Varina District, starting at the library there and finishing at Henrico Theater. And finally, on the 7th, they'll take the same route as before, but this time spreading all that cheer to the Three Chopt and Tuckahoe districts. We're going to take another live look outside now, but this time over at the Governor's Mansion, just a few blocks up the road.
That's right. They are getting ready to light up a tree there tonight, and we will be checking in with them as well as we get ready right here at Kanawha Plaza to count down to the big event, RVA Illuminates. We are lighting up the city, y'all. We're getting ready to light it up right here. 8 News is on the move. We hope that you'll be on the move with us. We're back in just a moment.
Tonight's broadcast supports Connexus for Children's Vision. Help us give the gift of light this holiday season. You're watching RVA Illuminates on
There's just not enough of me keeping it up, right?
5, 4, 3. This is a great tradition.
I connected with the fact that both the Air Force and the National Park.
See 7, 8, 10, and 11?
Yes.
Why didn't I get involved?
You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back to RVA Illuminates. 8 News is on the move. We are live here at Kanawha Plaza, where we are setting to light up the city. I'm Eric Phillips.
I'm Deanna Albritton. So we are ready for things to get started. We're seeing more folks come by, even by our tent. They are ready for tonight. But as we're preparing down here, the White House is getting ready for its festivities. Take a look.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Bidens brought the holiday spirit to the U.S. Capitol overnight, all part of the annual tradition of lighting the national Christmas tree, which you can see almost creeping out of frame there.
This is a great tradition. One has been pointed out already, we've honored over 100 years, where presidents and the people come together to usher in the holiday season. We begin another holiday season. Let's remember how blessed we are as Americans for the gift that is our nation.
Blessed indeed, the National Park Service helped put on the show. Here's Ranger and Air Force veteran Jerome Fouché.
I connected with the fact that both the Air Force and the National Park Service's first core value is integrity, and they both embrace diversity and teamwork.
Fouché goes on to say that more than 4,000 vets work for NPS and that they use their experience in the military to care for national parks and to tell their stories.
And Santa has already come to town for parts of the Commonwealth. You're looking at pictures of newborns at Virginia Baptist Hospital in Lynchburg who are donned in handmade Christmas stockings. Oh, how cute they are. Many of these mothers had their babies just days ago and say this was nice to have a little celebration of the season so soon after.
What a delivery just in time for the holidays, right?
Yeah, a Christmas baby,
yes,
a Santa baby.
Indeed, indeed. We are moving and grooving here at RVA Illuminates. We need you to come on down and join us. We've got plenty of room. If you can see here behind us, there's an open field. So come on down and join us because we'd love to have you here.
We'll be right back.
Why didn't I get invited to the big party?
Okay, so let's see. What? Going straight to D block.
Merry Christmas.
This Churchill neighborhood can be a place of peace and surrounding.
A new Roanoke College poll shows President Joe Biden with a 4-point lead in a hypothetical rematch with former President Donald
It was finally for him. Who knew it would take all that?
Just trying to get us out of the rain. How long did y'all have Strawberry Street Cafe down there?
Live from downtown Richmond, we're lighting up our beautiful skyline. You're watching RVA Illuminates on 8 News.
Welcome back to RVA Illuminates. We've got some Destiny's Child Christmas bumping behind us, and we are so happy to have you here. We're just an hour and a half away now from flipping that switch and getting this city lit. Thanks for joining us. I'm Deanna Albritton.
8 News is moving and grooving. They got a little go-go beat going on behind us, as a matter of fact.
You feeling? You gonna get some steps?
They're
trying
to do a little something. Okay. Well, we got to take a live look at what's going on here right now at Kanawha Plaza. We have not even reached really the zenith of where we're going tonight in terms of lighting up the city, but we've already got lots of Christmas cheer and holiday spirit here in downtown Richmond. So move over, LA, because you can call us Tinseltown tonight because we are spreading that holiday cheer around here. We are ringing our silver bells tonight because it's Christmas time in the city, and again, we're trying to rein in our excitement.
All right, and our very own meteorologist, Matt DiNardo, has been covering all that Connexus has to offer our community, and he's going to join us again. I mean, look at him dancing out there. We'll actually hear from him in just a bit. He's not all serious. A little bit of fun in there as well. And Eric, now that we talk about dancing.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite song? Christmas song,
oh,
obviously.
Gosh. It's hard for me to say. There's so many that are good. One of my favorites might not be a good dance song.
Yeah.
So like "Oh Holy Night" is one of my favorites.
Okay, yeah.
But that's not a grooving type of song.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's
I feel you. Ave Maria is one of my favorites. But this Christmas is my favorite jam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to go ahead and get your Christmas jam on,
exactly.
Which is necessary to do. Look, we've come through a year. There have been challenges. There have been successes. There have been rougher times. So now that we get to the holidays, baby, it's time to party. Yeah. It's time to celebrate where we are right now as we bring in this holiday season and as we light up the sky. So come on and party with us.
Yes, and so now let's get on over to the forecast for today. I know some of you may be at home thinking it's a little bit dreary, but folks are coming out here because it's not all that bad, and JB can show us exactly how not all that bad it is in scientific terms, JB.
We have spotty rainfall over the area, and the biggest area has now passed to the east of us. We're down to a little bit of spotty sprinkles over us here. That's going to be the story. Spotty sprinkles, think of it as liquid flurries coming down over the skies. Now off to the west, another little band coming east along Interstate 64, so that's going to come in here a little bit later on this evening. And what I see happening for RVA Illuminates is that, we're going to have clouds. We're going to have some misty rain around. I put a little drizzle in there. That's basically what it's going to be. But look at how temperatures staying consistent, generally in the lower 50s across the board. You remember last year we hit sunset and boom, down went the thermometer in a hurry out there. What'll happen as we go through the evening hours, again, just spotty rain through the evening. You see a little gap as we go towards 9 or 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we've got rainfall. It's going to be the story over the weekend. Some damp weather for us here, but the good news, Autumn, we're going to have some mild temperatures on Saturday and Sunday.
All right, JB, certainly looking forward to it. Thank you. And before we get back to RVA Illuminates, we do have some news to get to right here in the studio. I'm Autumn Childress.
And I'm Heather Hope. And while we're turning up the holiday spirit tonight, we do want to warn some of you to turn down your volume.
Yeah, that's right. Last year, the city of Richmond vowed to work harder to address noise complaints across the city. 8 News reporter Sierra Krug has more on how that initiative is going. Sierra?
This Churchill neighborhood can be a place of peace and serenity, but only when headache-worthy ruckus like loud music and revving engines aren't interfering. City officials say their big challenge to cracking down on noise pollution is figuring out how to collect punitive fines and how to track them.
Right now, the city defines excessive noise as 65 decibels or higher during the daytime, 55 decibels at night. For reference, according to the CDC, a whisper is about 30 decibels. You might compare that to the last time you heard motorcycles outside your window or bass blaring, both cited as being over 80 decibels, well over what city rules allow. A violation means you're going to have to pay a fine rather than facing criminal charges. Richmond Police Chief Rick Edwards and his team are equipped with sound metering devices. They say it's often hard to pinpoint the noisy culprit. He tells us about one case, a home that had 138 noise complaints in less than a year, and how amplifying attention helped solve the issue.
We realized the person that was doing that wasn't just really listening to his music loudly on because he loved the music. There was a mental health issue there. So our officers addressed it. It solved the problem, and the calls for service dropped off the cliff. So that's what I envision once this goes live.
City leaders and the Richmond Police Department are regrouping and trying to iron out those enforcement logistics. They're planning to provide an update early next year. In Richmond, Sierra Krug, 8 News.
All right, Sierra, thank you. In your Capital Connection tonight, new polling shows a potential 2024 matchup between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump is tightening here in Virginia. And it's bringing up questions about if Virginia will be a swing state next year. Capitol Bureau reporter Tyler Englander has more.
A new Roanoke College poll shows President Joe Biden with a 4-point lead in a hypothetical rematch with former President Donald Trump. That's down from Biden's 16-point lead in Virginia just a few months ago. New polling conducted by Roanoke College in November shows President Joe Biden is going in the wrong direction in Virginia. Biden leads former President Trump by 4 points in Virginia. That's down from a 16-point lead in May. Also in the poll, 45% of Virginians say if the race does turn out to be Biden versus Trump, they'll consider voting for an independent candidate. Larry Sabato is the director of the University of Virginia's Center for Politics.
So it's not a surprise. Biden won by 10 points in 2020. He's obviously suffered a lot of setbacks since then, although the economy is improving. I suspect that Biden is at his low point.
And now the last time Virginia voted Republican in a presidential election was in 2004. In Richmond, I'm Tyler Englander.
It's time now to send things back out to RVA Illuminates.
Eric and Deanna are standing by now at Kanawha Plaza with more holiday cheer. You had some Go-Go, some Destiny's Child. Moving and Grooving is the name of the game tonight, Eric, Deanna.
And Autumn, you are so jealous. I can hear it in your voice. You know you wish you were out here getting your on.
Oh, because you know Autumn's a music lover, and I don't think Christmas is any exception, okay?
Right.
So thank you both. We now want to get a check on all the other action you can expect tonight here at Kanawha Plaza.
And for that, we head over to 8 News anchors Mike Rogers, Mike Rogers and Delaney Hall. They're standing by here at Kanawha Plaza. What are you seeing, guys?
Hey, Eric, Deanna, we've got the sights and sounds of the season, and we also have the smells. Y'all know we couldn't go a night without finding the food trucks.
Absolutely. We're taking action for you. That's part of our jobs, right? It's dinner time after all. You got to fill up when you're here. We got a number of food trucks, but one of them is Strawberry Street Catering. We're here with my buddy Alex. Thank you so much, Alex. So what do you got here?
I got a Nashville chicken sandwich. It's got some pickles, coleslaw, French fries. It's our #1 seller. It's a staple of ours.
And I can tell you it smells very, very good. And you guys, Strawberry Street Catering, it used to be Strawberry Street Cafe. You guys are very well known in Richmond.
Absolutely. We've been in the fan for 30 years, switched over to the food truck back in 2018 and have been rolling with this ever since. We're all around. You'll see us all in Virginia.
What does it mean to you to be a part of this event today?
I really love working with these guys. They're fantastic. The event, very cool. It's so great to be downtown. I mean, it's beautiful out here. You got the buildings. We're right on the highway. Couldn't be happier.
And y'all, if you come down to 7th Street, you will see what we're talking about. We're going to maybe get our grub on a little bit. I think John Rogers are taking a bite. But for now, Dan, Eric, we'll send it back to you.
Okay. All right, thanks very much. And we want to take a look right now, a live look at our state capitol. That is where a tree there is about to be lit up as well. And, you know, as we are planning to do the countdown here to RVA Illuminates here at Kanawha Plaza, it's good to know that right there at the state capitol, about roughly just a little while away from here, just not far from here, they're going to be lighting up that tree there. So we have a camera live there, as you can see, keeping an eye on things there, and we will be shifting back over there to show you what it looks like once it's lit up, and probably a few times before that.
And you'll see that I underwent a costume change. That's because my twin has a message for you.
Good evening, fellow Who's. Have I got a treat for you amidst the snowflakes and merry melodies? Because we're getting ready to deck the halls and giving away tickets to a spectacular show that's all about me, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical. It's gonna be a great fun time.
All right, thanks for that. We look forward to it, but not any shenanigans. Not any shenanigans.
But wherever the Grinch is, there's sure to be shenanigans.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's just call it what it is.
But I put my Grinch fighting powers on, so I think
they have like Grinch fighting powers.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
You need to be part of the community.
Yes,
in order to do
absolutely.
It, you know? All right. Well, we'll be back right after this quick break.
Yeah,
No,
so
wait,
between,
you're Gwen's trying to talk, but we can't. It just cut out.
between Gwen and Laffy and Jessica, we just kind of need to know continuously what's coming up because our scripts are not always accurate. And what time is it?
You don't leave until the bridge.
Okay.
E2 through E6. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so 2-shot, toss straight. 2-shot, toss straight to JB.
Yes.
Okay. So